Sylhet Sixers needed a wicket early, and that's what provided. In walks Anang and Zimrul guys. He's here because of this. It was in the leg, it was in the slot, just couldn't time it to perfection. Hit it straight to the fielder in the deep, where Dubro doesn't make any mistake. Easy catch, he'll be disappointed. Back live.
It's quite interesting that the dismissal of Evan Lewis had no slips. Ball is 2.3 overs old. You would think he would maybe have a slip or a close catcher in. He's bowling into the leg, so you can see there's a Victorians 18 for 1.
গাজী পানির পাম্প দামে সস্তা
কৃষকের আস্থা
11 for 1 at this stage. Sylhet Sixers, comilla-Victorians moved to 18 for 1. Pursuit of 128. Tamim has looked good, but even Lewis got himself dismissed in this fashion. Didn't come from the middle part of the bat. Easy catch in the end, in the deep for Afif. And Alamin Hussain is elated, and why not to see the back of Evan Lewis. Mohammad Irfan to continue from the mighty chips end. I was extra bounce there, but again down the leg side, so it is a wide call. Good bounce, but he's got to get it on the a bit closer to the body. You don't want to bowl extra deliveries here because you're defending in.
You know, sometimes you fall in that trap of hoping that the batsman make a mistake rather than wicket. I think that was the case with Evan Lewis. It was more about Evan Lewis making a mistake than trying to get his wicket. So good captaincy nevertheless. A bowled again from Mohammad Afran, and he slides. Did an ice skating ring out there. Losing his footing. Christmas is gone, big fella. Are you a skater? Skate.
Nope.
Neither is me. Don't worry about it. I can swim. Back in Barbados, there's a big beach culture back home in Barbados. Absolutely love the beach. We live on the beach. Look at the big fella just losing his footing. Oh yes, just in on the inside of that size 24 shoe. Into the legs again. Easy leg by. But yes, the thing about this Evan Lewis dismissal, if it was on this end, on the mighty chips end, that ball would have probably gone into the stands. So I understand he's bowling from the Mohammad Afran's bowling from the shorter side if he's bowling to the left-hander. And then Tuskin is bowling from the other end. The left-hander would be hitting to the bigger side. So this is the bigger side of the ground. If it was on the other side, I would have gone in the stands. Good captaincy from Warner. Good short ball in the rib cage. I like to see that. Oh, bold. A single. But it's all about getting wickets, and and being proactive rather than reactive. I think that's the difference between being a good captain and executing plans. You've got to think on your feet. You can't react to when the batsman is on fire or when he plays a shot. You've got to try to counteract that by thinking ahead and being ahead of him. And that man, he was marvelous in that department. He used to outfox everyone he bowled against. I remember he absolutely destroying my uncle Carlisle Best back in 1990 or 91 back in Pakistan. Wakar Yunus and Azim Akram. Absolutely loved them. Curtly Ambrose and Courtney Walsh were my favorite bowlers back in the day. But my favorite of all time will be Malcolm Marshall because we were very short in stature. Bowled. Clipping the top of the off stump. Oh, another big wicket for the Sixers. Oh, bowled by Mohammad Irfan.
Yeah, certainly really well bowled from Mohammad Irfan, but good captaincy because there were two men in the deep. And just before this delivery, they would want to pull one back and got the third man behind. Good reaction from the skipper. That's what he wants to see. And Imran Kais departs, trying to pull and missing it completely. Just hitting the top of the stumps. He goes for naught. Kumilla 21 for 2.
So the man arrives, the captain, the leader of this Victorian squad, Camilla Victorians, Steve Smith. Look at that. For a delivery from Mohammad Irfan, just hitting the spigot of the stump, meaning the top of the bill. Those little circles on the bills, call it a spigot. I only learned that this year. Name of it. I used to just say bills and stuff. Just needed to confirm it as well. Last ball.
That's a really good over. Just the 3 runs and an important wicket of Imran Kais. 21 for 2.
গাজি স্টোভ একদিকে যেমন গ্যাস সাশ্রয়ী তেমনি রান্নার লোডও নিতে পারে প্রচুর। গাজি স্টোভ কিচেনের পারফেক্ট পার্টনার।
The dismissal here. It's in an off-foot position, not the length that he could have should have tried to play that pull shot. But have a look at the reaction from Tamim. What are you doing? Not happy at all. Yes, could have played a defensive shot. It just come on to bat. I think that is the key. I said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. Any batsman coming on to bat would need to just take a little bit time. Got to give yourself a chance, and you can give that chance when you take a little bit time because of the fact that you're not. One can understand. That's sloppy, really sloppy from that big fella. Misfield in it accounts for 2 runs.
Bit sloppy from the big fella. Has to go a mighty long way down But nevertheless, you expect the big guy, yes. Just apologizing. Oh, well. With the front.
Yeah, they need to support the bowlers in the field because, as I mentioned earlier, they're not defending a big total. No problems there. Got to be spot on in the field. Got to receive the twos, convert, pick up a really good catch. Try to pulled away. The man in the D will cut it off. Perhaps he would have hoped that he could have hit a little bit further from that player. Coach of Comilla, Salahuddin.
And it just goes to show you that shot that Stephen Smith played, the post shot, just to show you the lack of pace in this surface. The ball not coming on. So you need to give your time, give yourself a little bit of time. You know, in 2020, you don't need to rush. Even though it's a 2020 game, you can make up. So give yourself the opportunity to get in, and then you can express yourself. Don't go too hard too early. Get accustomed to the surface. It's over.
It's once again a short one. That's nicely played by Tamim. He'll keep the strike. So after 5 overs, Victorians have moved to 26 for 2.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজীর প্রথম, গাজীর সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
So, all looking pretty steady out here. Amim settling in. Smith as well. Loads of experience, and they have a look at the worms. Sort of like sliding out a little bit, but they're actually building it up quite nicely. And knowing Smith and Tamim as well, once they've set themselves in, they're well known to explode. And who knows, 127 may not be just enough if these two are to kick on from here. A new bowler. Afif Hussain coming in from the mighty chips end. I'll tell you what I really like here. You have a look at how aggressive Dave Warner has been. He's got to slip in place for the young Afif Hussain. And there has been a little bit of spin off the surface as well. Bowling his off breaks, and which works out pretty well to Tamim being a left-handed batsman as well. You have a look at his career: 17 matches, 13 wickets, 1 forfeit, best of 5 for 21. Has found the gap. Done well to stop it using his foot there. Fairly dangerous way to actually field, but it can be effective at the same time. But have a look at that youngster, bit unorthodox off drive from Smith, but very effective. Pierced the gap between the middle. I'll tell you what, it's quite dangerous coming off the ankle there, but pretty effective.
Good boy,
Good to see Smith in action, and Warner as well. The two skippers today.
Wait.
And make room there. Bisect that back foot point and a very wide-ish third man inside the circle. 99 of 85. It's not going to be that easy. Surely Warner won't make it any easy for them. Wicket here. Could surely make things different. That's nicely picked. And the gap as well. Good boundary. Ball there to Smith. End of the over. 33 for 2.
ভালোবাসার সুন্দর গল্পগুলো তো সুন্দর কিছু থেকেই শুরু হয়। নান্দনিক ডিজাইন, পুরো স্টেনলেস স্টিল দিয়ে তৈরি গাজি সিং কিচেনটা সুন্দর করে সংসারটাও।
Power play is done. And there goes the signal. 33 for 2 Comilla Victorians. And Sylhet were 30 for 2 at the same stage. Have a look at what they did when they were put into bat. 41 from Puran. That helped them a lot. Great bowling by almost everyone. 2 wickets for Shahid, Mehdi, Saifuddin. Afridi was hit for some runs, but then he managed to get a wicket. Yes. Kapali, your friend.
Yeah, we go a long way. Kapali replacing Tuscan, coming from the mighty, I beg your pardon, East Pahani end.
7.
Pretty easy to start off with. They've just in the power play. It was quite an eventful one. Guys lashed onto him, Lewis, and he was pretty much unfortunate on that one. Timed it pretty well, but found the man out in the deep as he just set himself. And again, that was just a heave of going outside leg stump, perhaps looking for that bounce as the tall guy. That was pretty unorthodox from Smith. He can be quite difficult to bowl to as well with his technique.
No ball from a spinner. Wow. He's got to bowl that again. It's going to be a free hit as well.
That's unusual for a spinner to bowl a no ball. Overstepping. Maybe she just, wow, he's got a big stride in as well, and that's fairly big for a spin bowler. Everyone is good to his experienced man, Kapali. But this is a free hit. Which way is he going to go?
Tamim probably would eye somewhere the onside. There you go. It's high in the air and it's going to clear that fielder, in fact, into the stands.
I bet you saw that one coming, isn't it? He's going to aim onto the leg side. And indeed, he's smoked that. Drew everything into that. And even the owners are delighted about that, seeing the ball sailing away. Just have a look at that again. Hit his front foot. Off she goes. Thanks for coming. 78 meters distance.
Funny when you see how spinners can make it tough for you to score, but when you get a free hit, you just bang one like that. And you ask the question, why can't I just keep doing that? If I can hit it that well and that clean. 21 of 16 for Tamim Iqbal.
You say that, it's funny, when you get a free hit, you just back yourself to clear the boundary, whichever way it goes. But then again, if it would be nice to carry on doing it. You carry on doing that and then you get out, swinging at every single thing that comes your way. It just doesn't look good in the change room to your mates. But if it comes off, well, great. We saw Desire yesterday, he was pinging at everything that came along his way. He's a big guy, but these two here, they're also smart batters. They try and be sensible at the same time. You talk about playing percentage cricket. Even the T20, it does apply.
Catch it.
Wow, that's played in the air, but he's found the gap. It's going to be between these two fielders on the onside. Didn't quite get hold of it. Didn't get in the bottom part of his bat the last couple of shots that he's played, Smith. Last shot, probably the ball didn't really get up as much as he would have liked. So he got his left foot out of the way to bang that one. Last ball of the over. Nicely done. Smith will keep strike. It will be 46 for 2.
নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
The busy city of Dhaka. Lots of traffic, but we've been lucky. Haven't been stuck in any serious traffic jams. Nicely planning into this amazing facility, this ground, Shirabangla. Playing the second day of the Bangladesh Premier League, presented by United Commercial Bank, powered by TVS. Associate partners, Bashundra LPG. And it's going to be Sandeep. He's made a name for himself. He's just come from Big Bash. So he's taken that flight to join the BPR and his side Sylhet Sixers. The show made many back home proud. Features in almost all the top leagues. And he'll be bowling to Smith.
Tucked away for the single. I'll tell you what, he's made a name for himself in the Big Bash as well, because I was watching a few games that he played in the Big Bash, and he's done exceptionally well. He was fairly difficult to pick. Have a look at the ball blow. Hits the back hard. Quite difficult to time the ball, but I tell you what, it takes a lot for the batters.
Watch out for the wrong one. There it is. Waqar Yunus and Gang still have a lot of options. You see Fletcher in the background. He can be a very handy top order bat. In good nick as well.
There's another wrong one that you're talking about. It tends to bowl a lot of those wrong ones to the right-handers, and it's quite deceptive as well. Very young, and there's something similar about him compared to Rashid Khan. Similar action at the point of release, everything is just about the same. Short, finds a man out in the deep mid-wicket. But I must say, the Victorians are well on course here with these two guys, Tamim Iqbal and Smith, fairly steady. And this is where we are. Beautiful sight. Amazing, beautiful city of Dhaka. You're talking about how busy it can be out here. We were quite lucky that we haven't been caught up in traffic and everything else. We've been quite lucky, I must say. The hospitality has been great.
In the 8th over. You're talking about Rashid Khan. Yes, he's a little similar. He's got quite a run-up, similar to him. Relies a lot on that wrong gun. We'll come back to that as it's the last ball of the over. Playing away from the body. We'll get a single. So Comilla dealing in singles and rotating the strike well. 51 for 2.
তোরা দেখ দেখ দেখতে চাহিয়া কৃষককে যে পানি দেয় গাজী পাম দিয়া কৃষক দেখ
গাজী পানির পাম্প গ্রামে সস্তা
কৃষকের আস্থা।
Smith and Tamim playing a very smart cricket here. They know they're not chasing any big total, so they don't need to be flashy out there. Need to get those 2 points for themselves, and they probably take on this opportunity because it's just 128 they require. 44 for 2 was Sylhet at this stage. Wickets are same, but yeah, important 7 runs ahead. Oh, they got him. Have they got him? Well, they want a timeout. The bowler wants a timeout. You've got to speak to your captain. Well, he's gone for the timeout. Sorry, he's for a DRS, and he immediately went for it. Well, Alameen, you better get a wicket here. Otherwise, Warner won't be a happy man.
Alamin was quite adamant that Smith nicked it. And while we wait for detail, 100% sure decision pending. It's a fair delivery, not a problem there. But this will tell us the story. It's quite far away from the batsman. What else could it be? Looks like there's a bit of gap in between bat and ball. But where did the sound come from?
Like really away from the body, Smith. Feeling it. Don't see much deviation once it passes the bat. You hear anything?
Can't really hear anything to be fair.
He's very sure.
He is very sure. Have a look at it again from behind. There was no deviation from the bat. And he's quite certain that there was something. And it's, tell you what, the third umpire, he's had a mighty task. And this one is another difficult decision as well coming up. There is a bit of daylight between bat and ball. Quite a difficult one. Yeah, you still can't hear anything.
If it was for reactions, then yeah, surely Smith is out. But then umpire needs more than that. Mr. Shahid is the third umpire who's got a job on hand. Oh, he's given him. So umpire Shahid feels that yes, there is a nick, and big wicket of Smith goes. That's wicket number 3. Alameen strikes 4 sixes.
Yeah, that was a big wicket. And the Dittle 100% decision was out. And I'm afraid Smith, he's had to go. Only for 16, and Victorians are 51 for 3.
Yeah, that's a big wicket. Smith goes, the captain for Comilla Victorians. They're 3 down now with 51 on board, and it's also the moment where we will have the Bashundra LPG strategic timeout. Shoaib Malik. He loves that area. He loves that area. You better be careful bowling him in that zone. Backward point is where he's got maximum runs.
You don't bowl there. He thrives for width. Shoaib Malik, just have a look at that. That's a given. First up as well. First ball just coming in. Talk about having a few sighters. He's just had a brilliant sighter, putting that one away past point. Not a great start for Al-Amin. A good response. Al-Amin, that's the length. Not a great deal of pace. I might have moved just a touch away from Shoaib Malik. No feet whatsoever. But I'll tell you what, Smith is not quite happy. He's sitting out now in the dugout. It was rather unfortunate the way he got out. We couldn't hear anything up here. But Al-Amin was certain that there was a nick. Again, good response. Pitching it up. That's the length he's searching for. Al-Amin to Shoaib Malik. Certainly not happy sitting in the dugout. This is how you got out. Fishing outside off stump. Tried to dub it for one, but there was no sound as per se. Couldn't hear anything from the stump mic, but Al-Amin was certain. Shouting out, bleeding. And eventually he got it. Everything went his way. Fortunately, the dugout is not, they don't look happy, but...
Well done by the keeper there. A very quiet 25 from Tamim. He's doing the right thing. Just rotating the strike, making sure they get closer to the target. 72 of 68. Good over somewhere in between can make it easier for them. And they've got a lot of batting. They've got Evan Lewis, they got dismissed, Imral Kayes, and then the captain Smith. We've got Malik and Tamim there, Shahid Afridi waiting in the dugout. So yeah, enough firepower in Comilla Victorians. Yeah, just opening the face to keep strike. End of the over, it's 58 for 3.
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
So again, the number of wickets are similar, but they are 12 ahead. Sandeep, he's been around. Sharjah, 4 games there. Kirtipur, that's his country. In Nepal, he's played a couple of games. Canberra, Hobart, Sydney, Melbourne for the Big Bash, and now here in Dhaka. Lots of travelling. And shows what he means to any squad. Can he get them a breakthrough here? These two are very important wickets for Sylhet. They can get one of them right now, can try and put more pressure. Because the Shahid Afridi to come is going to play his own style.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's only 18 years of age, and yes, he's been around. Sharjah's played a few games, well, quite a bit there. That's his hometown. He's been to Melbourne, playing the Big Bash, but he's certainly proving not to be a youngster. That's the wrong one. Showing a bit of excitement, yeah, but the umpire is not entertaining that. And have a look at the wrong one again. To me, going past his outside edge, nowhere near it. Yeah, as I was saying, he's proving to be an asset in all the teams that he's played in. As you were saying, he's been to Sharjah, Karipur, Canberra, Hobart, Sydney, Melbourne. He's been around. I mean, that action itself. And as I was saying, his googly is the main weapon. And there's not much difference. It's just the back of the hand with the googly. But the arm speed and everything is pretty much the same. A little dab. Skipper throwing himself down the ground, making sure the ball is not going to go past them. Every run is important here, saving them. Every single run you can save is very much important. 127 is not so much of a big total to defend. So anything that can save is crucial.
It's a tricky total. Not too many, not too less. But it's surely something you can fight with. Malik is known to play spin well. It's going to be an interesting contest here between him and the spin attack that Sixers would offer. Both these batsmen will not just give their wickets away easily. You've got to actually fight for that. Slightly short and just plays that one to deep square leg for a single. And that ends over number 10. It's 61 for 3.
তোরা দেখ দেখ দেখতে চাহিয়া কৃষক কেতে পানি দেয় গাজী পাম দিয়া কৃষক দেখ
গাজী পানির পাম্প দামে সস্তা
কৃষকের আস্থা।
Halfway through the innings and they're 61 for 3. Hasn't been easy going as we look down and wait for the start of the 11th over. Arthur Ali Khan is waiting downstairs. Let's go down and join him.
Thanks. I'm here with Yasir Ubaid, the CEO of Sylhet Sixers. Yasir, 61 for 3, defending 128. You reckon you can make this?
If we go by yesterday's score in the first match, I think hopefully we have a chance. Maybe 135 or so, we would have been a little more comfortable. But let's see. So far, it seems like it will be a good competition.
Yeah, looking back at the first the first match yesterday was a lower scoring affair, and you would expect the bowlers to do similar kind of jobs. I thought Sylhet Sixers bowlers have done reasonably well. Perhaps maybe a wicket or two might be of an advantage for you, especially if you can pick up another wicket here.
Surely. I mean, wickets in regular intervals obviously always puts a lot of pressure on the batting side. So far, but I would say that our bowlers have been doing not too bad of a job. They're doing pretty good maintaining the pressure. So maybe a wicket here and there would actually put us in a better position.
Yeah, only the second season for you as Sylhet Sixers in this competition, and you've certainly surprised a lot of people around by bringing in David Warner, and also he has been appointed as the skipper of Sylhet Sixers.
Yes, that was definitely a very big signing for us. I mean, it's very important to have somebody very experienced to be leading your side, and somebody of Warner's caliber. That gives us the edge, and he also brings in the experience. So we were very lucky that we were able to get Warner on the side. But other than Warner, we are actually very happy in general with the squad that we have. We have a good mix of young players and experienced players. Afif is there, Tawhid Ridoy, Zakir is there. So we're actually we're actually quite happy with the squad that we have, and hopefully they will be able to gel together as the tournament progresses. We did not get a lot of practice time together because of the elections and New Year, but hopefully as the tournament progresses, our team will be able to bond a lot more better.
Yeah, two players who are looking forward to get back into the national scene is Shabir Rahman and Taskin Ahmed. They have a really great opportunity here to play and showcase their talent here in this tournament.
Absolutely. For Shabir, I can say that he's extremely focused and completely he has his work cut out, that exactly what he wants to do, what he needs to do. As for Taskin and Alamin, I would say that they also have a very good opportunity here, working under Waqar Yunus.
Good ball.
So yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, thank you very much and have a good one.
Thank you, thank you.
It's 66 for 3.
You want a ball around the wicket to him?
গাজি স্টোভ একদিকে যেমন গ্যাস সাশ্রয়ী তেমনি রান্নার লোডও নিতে পারে প্রচুর। গাজি স্টোভ কিচেনের পারফেক্ট পার্টনার।
We're at Darshana Bangla for the third match of this Bangladesh Premier League 2019 6th edition, presented by United Commercial Bank, powered by TVS, and we have the associate partners Minister and Boshundara LPG. That's what's transpired so far. Sixers batting first, 127 for 8 in their 20 overs, and Victorians needing another 62 runs of the remaining 54 balls. But they seem to be going to their target. Tamim Iqbal in particular has been pretty patient in garnering his runs, and the supporters here in numbers. This guy wants his Sixers to win. The teams coming in for the next game, just trickling in there, watching this one, and I'm sure taking a few pointers from what's happening in the middle. Start of the 12th over, Mohammad Irfan. 1 for 7 in his 2 overs. Tall lad, over 7 foot. The tallest cricketer ever. Not quite sure ever, but definitely in the recent past. Can generate a bit of bounce more than the others can. His advantage in height. Oh, did he get a better touch to that? Really angled away nicely. Beautiful delivery. Ishtiaq.
Tall, I think he's massively built. And yes, that was a beautiful delivery. Shoaib Malik knew nothing about it. Perfect delivery. Just on the off stump, beat him all ends up.
This is what's coming later on between the Tulna Titans and the Rangpur Riders, getting their second game, starting at 5:20 p.m. local time. Lots to look out for. This time it gets bad on ball, but not adequately enough to take it away from that fielder coming in from backward point. Has not been easy. Just getting the runs, despite the fact there is a bit of pace from Mohammad Irfan, though. Bowling has been tight. The wickets have fallen at regular intervals, and that's pegged them back. Another one before the bat comes down. 134.8 kilometers per hour.
I thought both Al-Amin as well as Mohammad Irfan. Mohammad Irfan, obviously, for his height, is able to get that steep bounce. But both Al-Amin as well as Mohammad Irfan, who's been able to move the ball from off stump and outside the off stump, have been able to beat the batsman quite a few occasions. And that also showed Malik trying to square slash. Was lucky not to get the edge.
Somehow I feel that trying to go down the line to Mohammad Irfan would be a better option, trying to go for the V instead of trying those horizontal bat shots. 143 his fastest. Cramped him up, but that's a good run. Oh dear, goodness, it crashed. The gloves have come off the keeper. A little bit of a crash with the non-striker. The last moment.
Well, given the pace of the wicket, I think it's quite unlikely, unless it's over-pitched. Shoaib Malik just plays it, and a bit of a collision there. Litton Das did his heaving end. Tamim Iqbal being the robust one, it shows that he was kind of stronger than Litton Das and looks hurt there.
Well, he had the pace going for him, didn't he? Tuck around the corner. Just a controlled shot. At the moment, I think the idea between Shoaib Malik and Tamim Iqbal is just ensure that the build-up, this partnership, because they don't want to lose another wicket. Doesn't matter, take a bit of time. Can be some good big overs somewhere along the line, and they can catch up with that required rate, which has gone up to 7.35 now, 17 of 22. So rather sedate, but sensible. Bidacam just moves around the ground. Nice view. Proceedings, and that tells you it's been a good over. Just the 2 runs so far. And Gain beating the bat. Excellent over. Completed. 12 done. 68 for 3.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
While the Sylhet Sixers have been able to made the Victorians have been made a little quiet, but they have wickets in their hand. That's their advantage. And this young man on the screen, if he can get a wicket 2-2 from here, it was outside the off stump. Now that's not the kind of bowling you'd be expected to do. Try and get the edge of the bat, bowl closer to the batsman.
Oh, he's struggling, isn't he? All balls bowled today. You can see that he's been on the short side, and he can't, as a leg spinner, be on the short side. That's better. Better comeback delivery after the 2 wides. Struggling with his line. Trying to give the ball some air and trying to get some extra purchase out of the wicket. In the process, losing his line both to the left arm batsman and the right arm batsman. Got to do something about that. Rectify that very, very quickly. Still waiting for that googly to be bowled by him. Depending on the more orthodox leggies at the moment.
2 very experienced customers, actually. Tamim Iqbal and Shoaib Malik have been in these kind of situations many a time, and they know exactly as to how to cope up with this kind of situation. Rotate the strike. You don't really need to have need to go for the big shots, and they're just taking things easy and rotating the strike and gradually nearing the total.
Young Sandeep Lamechane, the bowler, has really travelled around. From the ball and feel his way down the wicket. He's not going to get a positive response from the umpire. Encouraging, as I was saying, he's played in the CPL recent past, and he's gone and played in the Big Bash League. He's played in the Everest League in Nepal, and now he's in Dhaka. Well-travelled man, so early in his years, and coming from a non-test playing country, that is a huge achievement. And also the Afghanistan Premier League. So excellent work by this man. Beauty beauty of the T20 League. You get to see the world, but you've got to be noticed by people all around the world to get picked up in the different teams. So at the moment, sorry, Ishaq, just mentioning that the game meandering along a little bit. Has to take it by the scruff of the neck and try to start dominating. Like that. Sat up to be hit, but straight to the fielder. Goodness, I thought he was going to find that gap, but Lamichane strikes, and an important wicket. As I said, something's going to give, and it happened.
That's what you have the advantage you have when you have an spinner like that. Lamichane on that occasion, bowling a little up, not particularly short, but Shoaib Malik going, really making room, using the crease and trying to hit it through mid-wicket. But a good catch there by Mohammad Saifuddin. Shoaib Malik goes after scoring 13 and comilla-Victorian 76 for 4.
ভালোবাসার সুন্দর গল্পগুলো তো সুন্দর কিছু থেকেই শুরু হয়। নান্দনিক ডিজাইন, পুরো স্টেইনলেস স্টিল দিয়ে তৈরি গাজি সিং কিচেনটা সুন্দর করে সংসারটাও।
A wicket falling at the wrong time for the Comilla-Victorians, and the important wicket of Shoaib Malik. In a ball that could have been put away anywhere, really. Real long hop, off tracker. And look at what he had done. He just picked that man at cow corner. Maybe 5 yards either way, it would have gone for at least 4 runs. Picked out the man, and he was happy. Particularly happy because it wasn't a real wicket-taking delivery, rather a long hop. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's what happens, particularly in this format of the game. Anam al-Haq, he's trying to catch the eye of the selectors. He's been out of the contention from the national teams, and this is the opportunity he has. Keeper batsman. Malik gone for what would you call, some call unlucky 13. Taskin Ahmed waits and tucks it away nicely, just for a single.
As I was trying to tell you earlier, and we had spoken about this during my stint with you earlier, that it's really confusing and baffling that a cricketing nation that's been playing Test cricket for 20 years and a nation that's been playing cricket for over 40 years haven't really been able to produce a leg spinner of substance. And a country like Nepal, who not even a Test playing country, has produced a leg spinner who's playing all over the world. The only leg spinners we have heard of are Idul Ghani or Roman Khalid Rumi or maybe Zubair Hussain. That's about all.
Well, and Tanvir Ahmed too, but none of them have really been able to make an impression. They've been given opportunities on occasions, maybe not long enough. It's a question of giving opportunity to players for at least a longer stint when they can settle down. We tend in the past used to happen more often, maybe not now, but 2 or 3 occasions you're not doing well, they drop. So that has happened. It's unfortunate. I agree with you completely. Something for the think tank to think about. Bangladesh. That's a typical Calypso shot. It's found the fielder in the deep and just scrambles through for a single. Tamim Iqbal moves on to 32. Very patient innings of 31 deliveries, but he's held the innings together.
Yes, he's still got Namul Haq and a few other batsmen who can, that's Shahid Afridi, who can belt the ball a bit. So he's got some hard hitters coming down the order, but it's important that he remains there till the end.
Taskin Ahmed getting into rhythm, in the process getting the inside part of the bat. This varied his pace. The last one was 131. I think The one prior to that was about the 140 mark. So his speeds. So, smiling at the moment, hoping that they get another breakthrough. The trigger movement of the batsman, that's very interesting from Tamim Iqbal. It's just a forward movement, and Tamim may have been a bit of trouble, and Taskin knew that. Can't really see the initial movement, but he was awkward when he went for that. Right, there you go. That's the initial trigger movement. He's thinking of going back, and he's bowled it fuller, almost Yorker length. Really put the batsman in a spot of bother. That's good thinking on the part of Taskin Ahmed. The speeds are telling you the first one 141, then slowed it down. Third one even slower. Good mix, good thinking on the part. And then he speeds it up, the fifth one, with a 136 kilometer per hour ball. Down the wicket, gives him the charge, not quite getting hold of it, and only gets a single to finish off over number 14. It's 81 for 4.
নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
As the drone flies over and looks out of the ground towards the Mirpur area, very well built area, very congested, a lot part of Dhaka. This is the situation after 14 overs. Sylhet Sixers 77 for 5, just 4 runs ahead of the Comilla-Victorians. Lost 1 wicket less. That might be a little bit of an advantage, but David Warner knows that anything can happen. Another wicket, and the cat will be amongst the pigeons. Whips it away. Piece of a second run. Going for it. Here comes the throw. And it's not accurate, and they make it quite safely.
Things getting a little sticky for Comilla-Victorians as the bowlers have been able to slow them down a bit. And I'm particularly impressed with the efforts of Alamin and Taskin Ahmed, both of whom will be keenly watched and monitored by the think tanks, the two bowlers who will be in the scheme of things during the World Cup.
That's the googly. Was playing for the one to turn away the held its line. It was more like a flipper than a googly, and held its line and hit timber. The off stump root uprooted, and Lamichhane gets his second.
That was a brilliant delivery, and he just couldn't resist. Went for that big heave through mid-wicket. Beautiful delivery there by Lamichhane as Anamul Haq walks back. Comilla-Victorians 83 for 5.
This is getting more and more interesting. 83 for 5. They're almost even Stevens at this point. Aim could go either way. The pendulum swinging to and fro. This is the reason.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ। গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
Almost another one. He's enjoying his bowling at the moment. Shahid Afridi, the new batsman, didn't know very much about that.
Exciting prospect. This young man who is enjoying every bit of his stint here.
That's the one that went on with the arm. This has been marvellous bowling by Lamijani, and he should know something about the art of leg spin. Shahid Afridi, the right-handed batsman to the Comilla-Victorians, has been there all over the world. 3,982 runs in his T20 career. He can take any bowling apart. Sure, he's going to pay a little more respect to the youngster who's bowling exceedingly well here.
And he's really put the Comilla Victorians on the back foot.